We are live taking over Corey Yam TV. So let's check in with him in a sec. We'll answer some questions in the chat. And Shane, you got any questions? I'm down to answer them.
All right, so we're gonna go to the chat right now. Whatever questions you have for our Far East movement, type it in there, and we'll get to some right now.
Go.
Any questions?
Well, I mean, right now we're just keeping it on. How about you get it started, man? We can talk a little bit.
All right. So you guys are artists. You know, you guys are living the high life right now, but I'm sure it wasn't always that way. So I mean, why don't you talk about some of the jobs that you guys had?
Well, I'll talk for Spliff since Spliff is a little busy right now. Spliff was actually one of the hardest workers in history. When we were first starting off, we were writing, you know, every day till like 3, 4 in the morning, and he would actually have to go to work. That's in Burbank. He lived in downtown. Every day by 7 a.m. So he'd be driving seriously off 2 hours of sleep and doing that for how many years was that, Jay?
Like, 5, 6 years.
5, 6 years, like a really long time.
What was his job?
What were you, an office manager?
Yep.
So he was doing that like he was a hard worker, man. But when it comes to odd jobs,
Yes.
Kev Nish takes it.
Yeah, I've had some jobs. Well, one, shout out to Interscope Records. I used to be an intern along with Progress at Interscope Records, our new record label. What up, y'all?
I learned how to print really well over there and cut out articles.
And this is very relevant.
Relevant.
See, I never went to school. This is very relevant to my old job. I used to be a valet parking attendant and up in Seattle, and customers would always used to accuse me for jacking change. You know what I mean? Like, it's not true. Valet parkers do not take your quarters out of your ashtray.
You don't even take CDs.
I still had to wear a tie. I used to also work at a grocery store, and I had to wear a tie, bag of groceries, but, you know, now I'm jumping around on stage acting a fool, so shout out to Patron.
Hey, are any of the people that used to intern with at Interscope still there?
Yes, and they actually work with us. Shout out to Ray, Greg Miller, you know, a lot of people out of Interscope. So it's a trip to see them now, and they've always been supportive. Like that label's the best in the world, so we're proud to rep. The Cherry Bombers are in the chat right now. They're representing, so it's really cool. And a little bit. What about you, Shane? Any jobs you can remember?
For me, I used to be a food runner at a restaurant, not even a waiter.
Like Pink Dot?
Huh? No. So food runner is a guy at the restaurant whose their job is strictly bring food from the kitchen to your table.
You're a waiter.
So it's not a waiter though. So you don't make money as a waiter. You're kind of in between a busboy.
And they don't give you percentage tips?
They do tip you out a little bit, but it's one of the most humbling jobs ever, man. To just say, here's your tempura chicken, sir.
Wow.
They don't even acknowledge you, stuff like that. So it's very interesting.
What restaurant?
Pro used to be.
It rhymes with Fatsuya. I won't mention any names here, but it rhymes with Fatsuya.
Pro used to be a carpet cleaner.
Yeah, I was a carpet cleaner.
But like, you just hold him upside down.
I was, yes.
You hold him upside down and he would just clean the carpet. I'm just kidding.
Wow. These are my group members. Yes. Yes. That's how it goes. But let's actually interview Shane a little bit. So you've actually got something like that, a really big film that you guys are coming out. It's a series.
Yes, we do.
Tell us about that, man.
Actually, the director of the whole series is behind the camera. I don't know if you could turn it onto yourself.
Shout out to DPD. Shout out to
DPD.
Diana. We are a transparent agency right now. They're the everything behind FM. So what up, transparent agency?
So the project we're working on is called K-Town Cowboys. I'm sure you've heard of it. Very funny man. Danny Cho wrote it, and we just finished, right? DPD. It's almost done.
Yeah.
So when is the release date? The official release date?
May 1st.
May 1st.
Yeah, at the DGA, we're gonna do the 600 theater seat place, and
at the
for the
Directors
VC Film
Guild
Festival.
of America.
Yeah,
So
at the
we'll be
VC
there
Film
at
Fest.
the VC Film Fest. So it's been described to me as Snatch meets Entourage meets. There's one more thing, DPD, I forgot.
Entourage
Snatch
meets. Oh, I know what it is. Meets the O channel, right? Oprah.
Oprah, yeah, exactly.
Meets Oprah.
Meets Oprah.
Interesting.
And Popopo. Oprah, that show. Popopo.
Nice.
So he has all these elements that ties in together. Really excited about that. So.
What about DJ Verman? Hey, Ver, which type of jobs did you have?
Oh man, terrible.
Like what?
The ones you have to pay tax for.
My first job was working at Costco, and I had to put all the food in the freezer. So I was working in the freezer department, and I went, and it was during the summer, so all I had was like shorts and a t-shirt, but I ended up working in the freezer like almost like my whole time. I was freezing the whole time. And I had to work at the Gap.
You worked at the Gap? What were you doing over there?
I was
He was a mannequin. He was like this the whole time.
But you know what? Here's another job I did. I worked at Victoria's Secret. I was a stock boy.
You wasn't fitting.
You know what it is?
No,
Because girls don't find him, you know, they this type of person, they're just very comfortable.
You better watch out.
No, look. I was a stock boy, right? So I had to always go through the dressing room to get the stock. So every like female would stop me and they'd be like, yo, how does this bra look? And I'm like, oh, it looks cool, you know?
That is the coolest job in the world. Now he's a DJ. You got cool jobs.
I'm gonna tell you why it was bad, because when people see you and you're working at Victoria's Secret and the girls talk to you and they ask you questions, they think, you know.
Oh, still, you know, at the end of the day though, bro, you had cool jobs, man. I have the best job now though. Anymore. We all have cool jobs now, I must say. But that's thanks to you guys tuning in, making the job cool. Or else we'd be doing it for like one viewer. Wouldn't be very fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So in case y'all don't know, we've got a lot of cool things that are happening right now also. We've been really busy. Today has been a really special day because we really want to do this for Koream, which has hooked us up with a lot of great things. We did a cover with them back in the day. We had an article with them last year and stuff. So today was a special day. And you know, but other than that, we've also got a tour that starts next week. We're going off to Japan.
With a small artist, right?
I
don't know if you've heard of her.
She's not that, I don't know.
She's not that big.
You might need to Google her.
Yeah.
But what was her name again?
I don't know.
Wow.
Lady
Gaga. Shout out to all the Lady Gaga fans. We're really, really grateful to be on this tour. We can't wait. It's gonna be the Monster Ball tour in Japan. So we're gonna be heading out there, eating some sushi right from the ocean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right from the Pacific. We could do that here too, but it's just different over there.
Right. Have you ever been to Japan?
I've had a layover there for 8 hours.
Nice. So obviously you can tell me a lot about it.
Yeah, there was just enough time to get off, go into town, and then come back.
Nice.
So that was it.
What did you see?
I saw like this crazy temple, and I saw there was like a group of 20 kids, and this Japanese kid comes up to me and says, "Oh, can we ask you some questions?" And then there was like a field trip. And
So they knew you were English?
Like
They knew that you could speak English?
I guess so. I guess they didn't think I was Asian.
Wow.
So that was really weird. So we chill with them. And then there's this live eel shop, if you see it. They have all these live eels, they pull it out, they pull a nail through their head and hammer it onto the board, and just skin it live, and then just cook it.
I was gonna say you do kind of Scotch cream.
I do, I have that.
You know, like the Starburst.
When I grow up, my beard, it's like really red.
I see it, a little bit, right? You guys see it? A little Scottish.
Scottish. Scottish.
Any questions from in the chat? Come on, you guys. We usually do the Cherry Bomb Party Mix on Cherry Tree Radio, and you guys don't get to see us in action. We are now live on TV, so you know, we'll be able to answer your questions right away.
They're asking if it's our first time in Japan. That's a question from Steph S. And yes, actually it is. It's our first time. We actually released a record there back in the day, but we never got to visit Japan. But this is our first time. We're really excited about it. Everyone's been telling us about the Harajuku scene and the Shibuya and just the fact that it's like a totally different planet. So we're really excited. The one place we really do want to see is actually Yoshinoya. Because we heard that Yoshinoya is nothing like the Yoshinoya over here.
Yeah, it's right here too.
But Verman's actually been there a lot too. Verman's DJ'd over there.
It's gonna be my 6th time.